This was an outstanding experience. I've learned so much through this process, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And more importantly, I think I'm going to be making some different choices in the future that are going to impact the world around us. So I'm appreciative for the experience and the opportunity to participate.
Before the start of the presentation, my thoughts on global warming, I knew they were happening. I knew global warming is a problem. After the presentation, I am kind of outraged that global warming is being allowed to happen. It's going to affect the vast majority of our population, our food supply, and I think the nations, all developed nations, should do the responsible thing and take a look at global warming and what can be done to reduce greenhouse emissions. I love the presentation as a whole. I thought it was very informative. I thought it done a good job at leaving us with stats on climate control and climate change. And I thought the event is something that can be experienced throughout colleges all over the country.
Okay, the presentation was good. I enjoyed it. I learned an awful lot about what other countries outside of the United States feel about climate change, and understand a little better the fact that negotiation is a part of how this works. One of the things that I liked the best about it was the fact that we focused more on the fact that all of us are part of the same world together, and that just one person or one country's interests aren't the most important thing. We've all got to work together to make the planet a better place, and so that we can all survive. That's one of the most important things I got from this.
That's right. I'd like to add something too. Just raising the awareness of the issue that we have problems with emissions and getting insight. And basically this program, what we just did this afternoon, gave us insight on how other countries will be able to negotiate in the future about emissions. Because at the end of the day, we have to protect our planet. It's the only planet that we have. And again, we all share at the same time. And hopefully we'll be able to, again, educate our communities and educate everyone else on this issue, on this global issue. So,
my thoughts on climate change as a whole is that everyone should collectively come together on a more sustainable way, a more viable way, and a more moral way to decrease CO2 emissions and all the other things that affect the climate. The presentation was awesome. I appreciate the real-time data that was collected. I actually have an interest in biotechnology. I'm in nursing, but sometimes on my off time I do a lot of research about data that's been collected over the years. And I also, me and my children do projects on the regular at the St. Louis County Library. They offer STEM projects as such as we did here. So it was just a good experience, something I can take home and teach my children, and I can piggyback off of what we learn in the community and what we learn collectively as a part of this world, as a part of trying to make the emissions and such go down. Like we recycle. All of our light bulbs are energy efficient. We shop at farmers markets. We don't eat beef. That's been 15 years, and in the presentation, cows was a big deal with methane gas and CO2. So like we take this of high importance in my family. So being a student here at STLCC, for this program to be introduced to us was just a reminder to keep doing things to sustain energy as much as possible.